Hello, Chad. How we doing, everybody? Hi. How goes things? How we doing, guys? How's everybody? I'm doing pretty good. I am a little eepy today. Like today, some days you just wake up, you're a little bit more tired than usual. That's today. Today I just kind of woke up and I'm like, oh, I'm just extra tired today. Maybe I had a rough sleep. I don't feel bad. I just feel a little eepy. That's all. Anyways, hi, welcome to the stream. Yeah, it's funny, I started this new stream schedule, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, right? Well, it's Wednesday, so, this is a normal stream day, the new normal, but since I did the stream yesterday, because it was a stream I planned for a while, Also, yes, we'll get to the Marvel characters in a second. I'm going to show you how I laid out the tier list, and you guys can tell me what you think. I'm gonna do a tier list for this just because it's the easiest format, and I honestly didn't feel like making a cool, fancy layout like I do sometimes. But anyways, before we start, yeah, today we're gonna do a Marvel TOKon DLC wish list. This is just for fun. A lot of this is not really gonna be super serious. It's not like I predict that this character's gonna be here. I predict that they're gonna add Moon Knight and Squirrel Girl and Man-Thing, and they're gonna add Psylocke and Iceman and just like all these like this is just gonna be like what we all want, what would be cool. I'm personally gonna try to think of characters that I think would be cool to play as. I mean, there's characters we like, but I'm gonna try to lean towards characters I think would make for one, cool characters, two, cool DLC characters, and three, cool to play as, and then four is gonna be just, because I like the character. Like, if you see a Hawkeye Kate Bishop edition in here, don't, hands up, that's, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, but I saw Vi talking earlier about, like, hey, yeah, how come you haven't added my, fan art yet, and I was like, oh, yeah, so the reason I can't just add it immediately. How the fan art works. I just want to talk about this. So you guys see it on the screen. There's the fan art. I use a special plugin for OBS that acts as like a slideshow, right? The problem is the plugin is connected to my computer, but it's also using a browser source, right? So basically, it's a browser source somewhere on the internet, randomly somewhere, right? Or it's using browser coding. I don't know how it works. Something like that. I think it's using like just browser coding or something. But basically, to add new fan art, I have to add it to the folder, name it exactly as you see there, collected MS Paint Art by dun dun dun, I have to name it exactly like that, so that that's the title of the art. And then, I also have to go into my folder and click a refresh thing, and it'll refresh that slideshow, that, code. It'll add in the new stuff. And then I have to make sure that the image is the correct format, and it looks good. Because sometimes the images don't like to show up. For example, I was going to add an image. I was going to add the fan art. I was adding fan art from Rose. I forgot what it was. But because of the image format and like some information in the image, it was just empty. It wouldn't show up. So your stream is in fucking HTML. Yes, Cygnus. That's what I said. Yes, my entire stream is in HTML. Yes. Laxi, chat. My starting soon screen. It all runs on HTML. Yep. That's exactly what I said. No, I'm just being a smartass. No, the code that I'm using for this plugin apparently does run on. I don't know if it's HTML per se, but it's something. It's some sort of browser-based coding thing. But yeah, it works pretty good. It just has some issues sometimes. It usually does take about 2 minutes, but sometimes there's issues. Plus, it won't show up immediately on the stream. I would have to, like, refresh, the actual source in OBS as well. So it's a multi-step process, and also I have to send it to myself, and I don't want to do that right now. I want to get to the stream, because today, chat, like I said, we're going to talk about some Marvel characters. How many of you like Marvel? Raise your hand. Put your hand down. I know I know you don't get, whatever, just shush. I like Marvel, okay? Give me a second. Let me get this set up. Make sure everything's capturing. It does look like everything's capturing. Let me get some, my music ready. First of all, get the frick out of here! Also, here's my thing. So, I know a lot of people are saying, like, oh, shouldn't this be, like, team-based? Because that's, like, Tokon's gimmick. I'm gonna make a prediction now. Part of my DLC prediction is gonna be that the teams are gonna be, like, whatever the fuck wildcards. They're not gonna be, like, any Like, for example, I know that people know that, like, we know the first DLC character is Phoenix Cyclops, and I'm going to switch over to this in a second. Actually, I'll just go switch over to it now so I can actually talk about it. Give me a second. Shaboop. Okay, here it is. Does my mouse show up? Whatever, it's fine. Let me get some music so we can talk. Let me get some music. Tell me, how does this sound? Does that sound good? Is it good volume? Should be good. I can talk over this just fine. Okay, if it's too loud, just let me know and I'll turn it down. But anyway, so yeah, I went ahead and created the tier list, and as you can see, the first character added is Phoenix Cyclops. Because that is kind of our baseline, you know? My thinking is, like, because I know a lot of people are talking about, like, is the DLC going to be, like, team-based, right? So, like, would we have a year of DLC that's just dedicated to, like, the X-Men, you know? Would they add, like, a bunch of X-Men characters? Or would they have the entire Fantastic Four as one DLC wave? And I think that's just an awful idea. That would be terrible, and that would be boring as fuck. So what I think they're going to do is, for example, instead of adding Phoenix Cyclops, and then, like, I don't know, Phoenix fucking Colossus, you know, like a Phoenix Force characters. I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna add a bunch of DLC characters, and then they'll make up some fucking team name with that. Like, they'll be like, and this is the whatever fucking team, you know? Like, the fucking, like, Spider-Man's team, the Amazing Guardians. Who would have ever thought, okay, yeah, we have Spider-Man, and we have Penny Parker, and then we have fucking Star-Lord, and Ms. Marvel. But they could. But my idea is that they won't focus on that. The idea is that they'd probably create, like, some characters, and then if they just happen to be able to fit them into, like, a cool team name, they will. You know? I do like your idea of the new Warriors with Squirrel Girl and, like, Speedball. I think that's cool. But basically what I'm going to say is for this stream, instead of trying to stick to, like, a rigid... Also, I do see you talking about B negative. A rigid... team structure. I'm just gonna list characters, and then maybe, like, as we're doing this, we can come up with, like, oh, that'd be cool if they were this type of team, you know? So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I have my list of characters here, but I don't have any, like, specific team names or in order for this. I just kind of wrote down, like, a bunch of characters. I just did, like, some quick research for the stream. I was like, what do people want? What are some characters I can't remember? And that's why I have this set up as Phoenix Cyclops, right? Who is just Phoenix Cyclops. That's, like, kind of our basic bitch baseline. This is the first DLC character, Phoenix Cyclops. We got to figure out, like, what the other character is going to be like with that character in mind. Like, how are the movesets going to be, you know? What kind of characters do we think the Tokon developers are looking for, you know? For me, my first one, I'm going to start, and I'll jump to you guys, you know, every so often, but I'm going to start with my first one. Hold on, give me a second. Let me get an image here. I probably could have just, like, downloaded a bunch of images before we started this. But I figure I like doing this on stream. So here's my first one, chat. You tell me what you think. And you guys can go on list characters, too. That's okay. Oh, it already has a name. That's awesome. I don't even rename it. Okay, my first one that I want so bad. Man-Thing. Dude, I want Man-Thing in the game so bad. I love that in the, when we finished the X-Men story. I still need to play the other story modes. But I love that Man-Thing was, like, there. It gave me hope. I was like, oh my god, I could get Man-Thing, maybe. Or maybe it means that he won't be there, because he's already in the game. I don't know. But what I do know is that I think Man-Thing would be really cool. That's another big body type character, right? He'd be different than Hulk, which is cool. And he'd be big bodied. And I think that would be friggin' sweet, dude. I just like Man-Thing. I think he's awesome. I think you could do some really interesting stuff with, like, his like, melty fire. I don't know what the power is called. The burning hand gimmick, you know? I think there's some stuff you could do with that. Plus, he's got connections to, like, a bunch of other monster Marvel stuff. Like, there's some, you can do some cool stuff. But anyways, chat, so that's not B negative. Can I be honest? I don't even know who B negative is. I've heard of them, but I don't know anything about them. But yeah, what do we think of Man-Thing? That's a cool one, right? I'm getting my next one ready while you're doing this. What would their moveset be? Vi, what would you want from a moveset for B negative? What do they do? So, I have another character idea here, okay? I want to talk about this. What do you guys think? B negative barely appeared. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, Sig. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. So here's my idea. So I have two options for you. I have two. Okay, I'm holding out two hands, okay? One hand is one character. Another hand is another character. Chat, I'm going to have you pick, okay? Which would you rather have in a Marvel fighting game? Would you rather have Daredevil, you know, Matt Murdock, you know, very cool, right? You know, he can use his batons. Or what are they called? They're not batons. They have a name, right? Billy clubs? Is that what it is? Is that what they're called? I don't remember. Whatever his weapons are, you know, he could use those. You could probably do some cool... Like, I had the idea of him having, like, Ultra Instinct Goku's gimmick from, like, Dragon Ball FighterZ just tweaked a little bit. Where if you, like, time the button press right, you could do, like, auto dodges. I just thought that'd be funny. His team super would be that he traps you in a hallway and he beats the shit out of you. I'm just kidding. But on the other hand, Elektra, who I think also would be pretty damn cool. Or, I just thought about this, or third option, Daredevil, but it's Elektra. Because I know that Elektra has like takes up the Daredevil mantle during, I don't remember when, just some comic runs. That might be cool. That'd be cool. You could do some cool stuff with that. I think Elektra would be very cool. Maybe we should try to do borders we've been in. Never has ever been. That's so. There's a single blade comic. Perception of fist. That's funny. It's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, which would we prefer? Do we want Elektra, Daredevil, or the funny third option where we have Elektra, but she is the Daredevil? I think it'd be cool. I'm really down for either one. Technically, like we could just like put both of them on here, but I'm just thinking because like Elektra, she has her cool, you know, her like I forgot what the weapons are called. She has those. That'd be pretty neat. But I don't know. I kind of like the idea of playing as like Daredevil. You know, I sent you him. He is awesome. I see. All right. Chat doesn't care about what I'm saying. All right. I'm gonna just add. I'm gonna add a funny option then. What's a good image I can do? Yeah, fuck it. This one. This would be fun. This would be a fun choice. You know, if we're doing like Phoenix Cyclops, why not this, huh? Why not this? Let me see. Oh, that reboot. I remember that. That was why what the fuck were they thinking? What were they thinking? Alright, check this shit out. Hear me out on this guy. We do Daredevil, but it's the Elektra Daredevil. I think that'd be pretty sick. I think it'd be unique, too. Because not only does she, like, as you can see, she has, like, her same weapon she always has. Like, I forgot what they're called. They're, like, the little knife weapons. Doesn't Raphael use them in TMNT? Yeah, those. I forgot what they're called. Somebody in chat can tell me. But she has those, but apparently it looks like she's also got them connected to, like connected. Kind of like how Daredevil's, like, fucking Billy Club thing is, like, has, like, the wire in it. So I'm like, that could be really sick, actually. You could do some cool-ass shit with that. For, like, a moveset. I think that'd be pretty fucking awesome, honestly. I'd be down for that. That'd be freaking cool. But I also have I have like another obvious choice that I feel like I just think it's obvious, but I don't think this character's ever been done in a fighting game. This character's in Marvel Rivals, and that's the thing. Marvel Rivals has like a ton of like Marvel characters, and they're gonna add like a shit ton more. I cannot find a good image of this character. That's crazy. There are so many images of this character and not one that I want to use. Fuck it. We'll just go with this. So I remember last time I did Last time I did, Doctor Strange has been in many fighting game. Or was only in... Was Doctor Strange in... He was in Marvel vs. Capcom, and I think he was in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. I think he was in 3 and Infinite. But I think, instead of Doctor Strange, who I think would also be cool, and there's plenty of, like, strange adjacent characters you could do, that is not this one, because this one's not really strange adjacent, per se. This one's more magic using, and I think that everybody will be like, yeah, duh. It's not the most unique character, but I still think she'd be cool, Scarlet Witch. I just think the chaos magic, you can do some cool moveset stuff with that. I kind of really like the idea of them taking on more of the witch part of that, of her, you know? Like where she does like weird fucking freaky shit. I think that would be cool. Professor Weird. Alright, so Chet's like, you want weird characters? We're gonna list the most random glup shittos you've never heard of. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised. Hey guys, can I ask you a question? Hold on, I just realized I'm looking at the Google results here, and you know, it's Scarlet. I looked up Scarlet Witch Marvel. You know, obviously you're getting like, you know, stuff you'd expect. You know, like it suggests like wallpaper, fan art, movie, bra. Huh? What's going on with that? Anyways, yeah. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and add one of the characters I talked about before we started, because I had a really cool idea for this, and I kind of really want to, like, talk about this. So this is a character who has been in, like, Marvel vs. Capcom, right? It's the internet. Unless there was? No. I think I'm not logged in. Yeah, I'm logged in. So I had this idea, okay? So let me get this image for you. So this character has already been in, like, Marvel fighting games, I believe. It's just not in this form. And especially not in the form I'm going to talk about here, right? So this is Hawkeye, but specifically the Kate Bishop version. Now you may be saying, like, alright, yeah, we get it, you like Kate Bishop. And I'm like, yeah, of course. But here's my thing, okay? So they've done Hawkeye, I want to say he was in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Which was the, you know, Clint Barton version, right? But my idea for this version of Hawkeye, to make them unique to Tokon, is I think it'd be really cool if you had Kate Bishop as, like, who you play as, right? And, you know, she has, like, the trick arrows. But, I thought it'd be cool if Clint would, like, jump in every so often, you know? And, like, kind of assist. Like, every so often he'll, like, jump in and like throw another, like, a trick arrow. So you could do, like, you know, some cool stuff. Yeah, I looked it up and clicked on the bra tag, and this is all literally just fan art and cosplay. Yeah, see, that's what I was saying. That's what I was confused about. I was like, what is that referring to? Nerd women like superhero clothes, GD. What does that have to do with anything I said? That was not... I don't think that yeah, I proved that did not... Maybe... Is there a fucking Scarlet Witch bra out there that I don't know about? That'd be cool. Hey, get you some. Guys, I'm, like, sleepy, and it's making me, like... I'm, like, spicy today. I'm like, rah! Fuck you, chat! I'm pissed off. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm sleepy, and I just don't have my filter on like I usually do. But anyways... So yeah, my idea was that, like, it'd be cool if like, you know, Hawkeye could, you know, use both the Hawkeyes. I think that'd be cool. Scarlet Witch bra is what I would Google if I wanted superhero merch bra. Yeah, maybe. It's just, maybe people really, it's just, do you think people just really, really want, like, a bra of that specifically? So much so that people look, that's just funny. That's just funny to think about. Like, dude, I don't want a t-shirt. I want a bra of the Scarlet Witch. That'd be cool. Specifically. I don't know. I just think it's funny that it's like one of the top results. Yeah, like, why is that one of the top things? Anyways. My next... You know what, chat? Do you just want to throw in a chat thing? I'll put it... You know, we'll put in earlier speedball. We'll do that. Do you want Speedball specifically? I'll put in Speedball. Just for you. One of the 3 popular superhero. That is true. Scarlet Witch is really popular. But yeah, we'll throw in Speedball, and then we'll throw another suggestion afterwards. I'm gonna choose this image. If this isn't the correct image, just let me know. But I don't care enough to change it if it's just like you don't like the image. Here we go, Speedball. Oh well, it's a little cut off. You know, we just got to see the important parts of him. You know, the hand, the chest, and the legs. It's all you need, you know, for Speedball. But there's your first wish list thing. I don't like that image. You don't like it? What's wrong with it? Shitty image of Scarlet Witch on the cups. I like what you see. He isn't in it. Sorry, something's funny about that. Anyways, I'm gonna do my next character. I have like a whole list of characters here. You want to know a character that has not been in a game, right? Has not been in a Marvel fighting game. I don't even think this character's in. Is this character even Rivals? I don't think so. I think they're in like Contest of Champions and stuff, you know. But I'm stalling because I'm trying to get a good image. But here's my idea, okay? What about this character? I know we did just add Scarlet Witch, but I feel like this is going to be a character that'd be different enough. One of the Runaways, Nico. I think Nico would be cool. I honestly did not know much about Nico until I watched that one Spider-Man show that they have on Disney Plus now. That season 2 is coming out early next year. I'm very excited for that. And she's a big part of that. And honestly, she's pretty cool. And looking into her, I really like the idea of her power set. I don't know. I don't have too much more to say. I just think that she'd be cool, and I want to see what the Tokon devs could do with her moveset. I feel like they would probably do some crazy shit. That's all I gotta say. It's just like a motherfucker. That's what I get for shopping on Wish. That probably is what it would look like on Wish. It'd probably just be like some shitty PNGs. Okay, guys. So I haven't added a villain yet. So let me add a villain here. Okay. Let me get a good image of this. What's a good image? So I feel like, first things first. I'm already breaking out. What's this thing made of? Poison oak? Yes. Now I gotta look for that. You know it exists. You know that it exists. Alright, not the best image I can find. I have a feeling the cropping on this is gonna be very funny. But I'm gonna choose a villain from X-Men, and there's like a million X-Men villains I could choose. So honestly, you could probably just like use this as like a stand-in for like any fucking X-Men villain. But correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think that Apocalypse has been in a fighting game. Maybe Apocalypse was in one of the earlier Marvel vs. Capcoms, or perhaps like Street Fighter vs. X-Men. Apocalypse might have been there. But if he has been fighting games, it's been a long time, and I want to see what ArcSys could do with Apocalypse. I think that'd be cool. I have a little bit of recency bias for Apocalypse due to, you know, certain things. So I think Apocalypse would be cool, but like at the same time, also you could do like fucking Mr. Sinister would also be really interesting. What else? I think they already did a Sentinel in like a past game, but like it'd be funny to do like something like that again. Like Master Mold. Like they do Master Mold. That'd be funny. There's a lot of X-Men villains you could do, and honestly, Apocalypse is the one that I would go with, but you could just swap it. You could even do, oh dude, Omega Red. Omega Red might be actually fucking awesome. Omega Red would be really fucking sick, actually. I don't know. I don't know. I need to see if they have a shitty PNG of Scarlet Witch. Oh, you're gonna go look? Awesome. If you guys find one, you should send it to the Discord. See if you can. That'd be fucking funny. But anyways, yeah. So Apocalypse. I think Apocalypse would be cool, but mostly because I'm imagining for him. I didn't even talk about his moveset. I'm imagining for his moveset. I would like to see him using. Obviously, he's got his cool powers and stuff, but I would like to mostly see how he would use like a horseman. Whatever horseman they choose, like maybe they throw in Archangel as one of his horsemen, or they do some of the other iterations of his the Horseman of Apocalypse. I think that'd be cool. I think you could do some cool stuff. He'd be like Captain Ginyu, kind of like what I proposed for the Fantastic Four in the first Tokon wish list. I think that, but for like Apocalypse, would be cool. You know. But like, I feel like Apocalypse could do like way more. What about the gay and trans angel? Okay. How many characters have we done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. By the way, we're just Sarah. Oh, I don't know about that. That's cool. Oh wait, is that from? Is that from something? Is that from that one show? That's cool. I think I remember that character. Unless you're talking about Marvel, in which case I don't know. Angela. Oh, actually, yeah, I do know about that. I've heard about that. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, I do know. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. That's cool. That'd be a bizarre pick. Just like, yeah, here's this character. Angela might be... Could be an option. That'd be cool. If chat wants to throw that in. You found a shower curtain. Nah, that's not good enough. I got plenty of shower curtains out there. No, we need the Scarlet Witch bra. Anyways, so here's my thing, chat. I don't think I'm gonna put this character on the list, but I will talk about it. So, Tokon already has, like, 2 Spider-Man villains. I'm not sure if they're gonna add any more, but Spider-Man does have a pretty large rogues gallery, like a lot of characters you could choose. Actually, technically, you know, there's like... Because they're probably going to add a Venom type character eventually. I mean, I know they already have Carnage, but I'm sure they're going to add like a Venom variant of some kind. Whether it's Venom or Agent Venom, right? I don't know, but basically what I was going to say is Doc Ock would be a really cool character. They already have Goblin, so I'm not going to put it on the list here. I think maybe I should, I don't know. Doc Ock's cool. I like the idea of Doc Ock. But I have another character here that was mentioned by chat earlier that I unironically want. It's not even a joke. I just think that this character would be freaking cool. Angela, yeah, I think we get, yeah, I'll put that in for a chat suggestion. We can put that in. I'll put that on yours. I'll give that one to you guys. Alright, guys. I'm trying to find a good image. That isn't gonna just show, you know... This will work. This one's good. That'll probably be good, yeah. Alright, so... the next character that I would want, and I think would be cool, and chat's already saying it, they know what I want. Unironically, I think this character would be really cool. We already saw this character in Tokon, technically. And I think that's pretty freaking sick. Squirrel Girl! I want to see how the fuck they turn Squirrel Girl into a fighting game character. I think that'd be very interesting. Because, like, I know how, like, Squirrel Girl works in, like, fucking Rivals, right? Where she's got her, like, slingshot. And she shoots nuts at people. And, like, the squirrels can do stuff. She can team with Speedball. Yeah, see, that's their team already. You guys can put together the teams based on what's here, you know. You can already see it, you know? But Squirrel Girl will be really cool, because I want to see, like, the fucked up shit they do with her. Like, how they doing... Oh, nice pin. Nice pin. I'm leaving it? Okay, that's fine. Anyways, yeah, Squirrel Girl, I think it'd be fun, because I just really want to see how they would do her as a character in MARVEL TOKON. And that's pretty much all I have to say. Sig pinned the better one. Alright, we'll add Angela next, for chat's suggestions. I think that's a fun one. I don't know much about Sarah, but Sarah... Should I do... You know what? I'll... Just for you guys... I was adding, like, comic book versions, but, you know. Just for you guys, I'll add this version. You know the version I'm adding. It would be funny if they added Angela before Thor. And they have Loki and Angela, and they don't even have Thor. That'd be pretty funny, actually. I'll get to Thor later. I have an idea for Thor. But yeah, there we go. Okay, so my next character. Now, chat, tell me this one wouldn't be Heat, alright? Alright, hold on. So it's gonna be another X-Men character. So you know, another mutant. So that does not fucking narrow it down. There's like a million of them. But I don't even think this character's ever been in a Marvel fighting game either. Check this shit out. Fucking Nightcrawler, dude. Dude! Nightcrawler would be fucking awesome! Brother can teleport. Bro's got 2, maybe 3 swords, you know, depending on the day, you know. You can do some cool stuff with Nightcrawler.
Yo, check this out.
The moveset kind of makes itself. You know? I think that'd be sick. That's all I have to really say about that. Bro could just, like, teleport around, you know, use a sword, has, like, the cool tail. I don't know. I just think Nightcrawler would be awesome. Plus, is Nightcrawler even in Tokon in, like, the background of a stage? I think so. But, you know, it's fine. I can add it anyway. Whatever, you know, it's fine.
1, 2, 3, break it down.
But my next character is, staying on this train of mutants. What's a good image? Is this gonna cut off? Yeah, probably. This is gonna cut off too. I'm trying to pick one that isn't gonna cut off. Fuck it, we'll just do this one. I think this character would be cool because they're not adding Jean Grey, and that's your hint. At least I don't think they're adding Jean Grey. They could be. They could be adding Jean Grey, but I don't think they are. And I think that this would be a very interesting character. No, it's not Professor X, though that'd be pretty interesting too. Emma Frost. I think that, like, with the diamond body stuff, you could probably do some cool stuff. Honestly, I could see them kind of using... I'm not sure how they would do the telepathy stuff. But I could see the supers being, like, telepathy based. Honestly, though, I don't know. I just think the idea of, like, her using diamonds, I kind of like the idea of, like, they kind of go a little beyond, like, her normal diamond usage, you know? And they have her, like, do some, like, crazy, like, maybe she's, like, creating diamonds from, like, the ground and stuff, you know? I think it's a little bit away from her actual power, but I don't know. Might be fun. Might be cool. So that's my big asterisk on, like, her. You'd have to, like, change her powers, like, a little bit, which I think Rivals does. I think Rivals makes her shoot diamonds out or something. So, you know, it's not totally unlikely that they would do some cool diamond stuff with her. What's another character here? I have a few characters here, like Psylocke. I think would be cool. But I think I kind of already have, like, Elektra and, like, Psylocke, and I have Emma Frost, and it's like a fusion of those for Psylocke. You know, if they added Psylocke, if they added her, it'd be cool if they added, like, a Captain Britain version. Maybe just Captain Britain. That'd be fun. That'd be a fun one. But I think I'm gonna go for, and alright, hear me out on this one. This is going to be very strange, chat. Okay? A lot of people want Thor, right? A lot of people want Thor. And I had a few ideas for what they could do for Thor, you know? They could do, like, Mighty Thor, right? You know, Jane. They could do Jane, you know? They could do... I had a funny idea of Thorg. Obviously, the problem with that is that Thorg is, would be very fucking small. Tiny-ass frog, so I don't know how you would do that. So I had this other idea, okay? In the same vein as, like, Phoenix Cyclops, you know? Old Thor. In one of the comic runs, fuck, I think, like, Thor has teamed up with, like, young Thor and like, an old King Thor. And, they have to do some crazy multiverse shit and, like, fighting gods and shit. I think that was actually during the God Butcher storyline, if I'm correct. I might be wrong. Again, I'm sorry. But what I do know is that I think the idea of, like, an old Thor would be cool. I don't know how they would explain it in the story, but they got Penny Parker in the story, so they could do whatever they want. But my idea would be that, like, Thor is like, you know, old Thor has, like, different weapons. So you could have, like, Odin's sword, perhaps. You can have, like, the, obviously Mjolnir. You gotta have Mjolnir. You can have Stormbreaker if you want, even though that's Beta Ray Bill's thing, but it's fine. You know, Stormbreaker. And then also, but I was thinking it'd be cool if, like, he had the ability to tap into, like, Odin Force stuff, you know? Like, Odin's powers. I thought that'd be pretty interesting for, like, a Thor moveset. To make him different from, like, his past iterations in Marvel vs. Capcom games. I just think it'd be cool. I think it'd be interesting. Oh, no. Yeah, you did mention that. Yeah, just blows him. Oh, no, don't do that. Anyways, Old Man Thor, I think it'd be a cool variant on Thor. And then I would like to see what they would do with that. I am starting to run out of characters here, so we may not be going for too much longer. But I have a couple characters that I'm just like, alright, this would be cool, you know? Now, I have a big asterisk on this one, okay? Because I think this character would be cool. I think this character would be cool. But here's the thing, okay? We already have a character in the game that kind of plays very similar to them. I think this character would play a little bit different. I think they'd do a lot to make them very different. And we already have another spider person because I think Miles Morales would be very cool. But there's a big asterisk on this. I don't think it'll happen. We already have 2 spider people. I don't think Miles would have enough stuff to do a completely different moveset. I think you could do it. I just think that if you're going to do that, you might as well just do a different character, you know. But I really like Miles, and I think Miles would be cool. So that's my big asterisk on that one. Also, another spider character. I didn't add Doc Ock. Gwenpool, yeah. Well, I see what you're saying. Yeah, Gwenpool, yeah, we were talking about that. I'll add that as a chat suggestion because I think, for me, personally, I also want Gwenpool, but what I would have wanted out of Gwenpool, Deadpool already does. But I still think that Gwenpool deserves a mention because I like Gwenpool, and I think Gwenpool is cool. What image do I use for Gwenpool? Shang-Chi? Yeah. No, Shang-Chi. I was talking about that one. Like, before this stream, I was talking to my dad about stuff. I'll add this chat suggestion, though. I'll add Gwenpool. I'll add Shang-Chi, too. That was gonna be on my list, but I'll add it to your guys' list, you know. And there's a bonus to Squirrel Girl as a clone character. You know? That'd be cool, actually. Like, she comes in like the same. That'd be cool, actually. I wouldn't mind that, you know? I'll put Gwenpool in your guys' wish list, though. Bullseye'd be really funny. Bullseye'd be actually sick. I don't know how you would do it, because I don't know how you'd do it, but I think it'd be sick. That'd be fun. I like Bullseye. But I'll put in Shang-Chi as well. Because I also want Shang-Chi, but I'll give it to you guys. Because I think you could do some cool stuff with the 10 rings, you know? Sure, this image works. Assuming we're giving him the 10 rings, you know. The wall! Yeah, we'll put the wall in. Why not? Madam Hydra. Okay, but I'll probably add some more chat suggestions in a bit. Here's Shang-Chi. Okay. That's good for chat suggestions for now. Let me add a couple more of mine, and we'll just run through a bunch of chat suggestions. Because my next one, I was talking about this. Do you want to talk about a character that I think really does not... Like, I don't think they're going to do this at all, but, like... I just kind of want... I just think this character would be really cool in a fighting game. Taskmaster? Did you know they did Taskmaster already in NBC3? Isn't that cool? They already did Taskmaster. Why do I have 2 instances of this? Oh yeah, they did, huh? Yeah. So it's doable. I want Black Cat, guys. Yeah. I think Black Cat'd be cool. Oh, but you already. Oh yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I think she'd have a cool moveset. Especially if you give her that ability where I think because sometimes she has unlucky superpower, you know, like where she makes people unlucky. So if you could do something with that, that'd be funny. But also just like her using like cat-based moves, you know, claws and stuff, slashing. Maybe like I imagine her being what's a character that I can compare her to? I don't know. But I imagine her using like her claws and such gadgets, thieving tools, you know, like a grappling hook and stuff. I think it'd be cool. I think you could do some fun stuff. Okay, of course, the problem here is that I already have, you know, this character who I feel like would do this character stuff, but like more. So honestly, it's kind of like a pick or, you know, you can pick one or the other. I'm fine with either. Also, you can just do any version of Elektra and or Daredevil. I'm fine with that too. But anyways, Taskmaster steals the moveset of whoever you're playing, so it's always a ditto. Yeah, I actually saw somebody say that like it'd be funny if they added either Mystique or if they added Morph, and it's just like a scam because you pay for this DLC character, and then when you play as them, when you enter the match, they immediately copy one of your opponent's characters, and you're just playing as that character instead. I was like, dude, I mean, that'd be such a fucking scam. You're like, oh, dude, I got Mystique in this game, awesome, and then you just have to wholly play as like you don't even get to play as them. They basically they're just copying another character. Word Girl. Oh my god. Herb. That'd be funny. Okay, so here's a couple other ideas. Frogman. Oh my god, fucking Frogman. I did have Gwynpool on my list, I just realized. I'm looking at my other characters, like I had Quake on here because my dad was like, oh, they should add Quake because my dad likes the Inhumans. And I was like, oh yeah, Quake that'd be cool. I don't know enough about Quake though to, you know. I don't know enough about that, so. Also, Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur would be a really cool one. But that's another character I don't know enough about. But I like the idea of them. You know, like Moon Girl using gadgets and stuff, and Devil Dinosaur being a giant fucking dinosaur. So you know what? We'll put them in anyways. Why not? That'd be cool. Are they in any other... Are they in Rivals? I think they added Devil Dinosaur to Marvel Rivals, right? How am I gonna do this? Perhaps I'll just do Devil Dinosaur and you guys just know that Moon Girl's there. Big Wheel, yeah, well, I actually do want to add Big Wheel onto... I'll add Frogman too, just for you. Devil Dinosaur is such a funny character. Oh, there we go. Well, we'll just do this cover, fine. That works. We'll do this one. I really, actually, unironically think Big Wheel could make for a fucking awesome moveset. That's not even a joke. I just think that that would actually be fucking sick. I think you could do some crazy stuff, but anyways, yeah, I'm gonna add Moon Girl and Double Dinosaur for me. And yeah, we'll add a couple chat suggestions now. Chat, what are your suggestions? Go ahead and list a few. So, obviously, Big Wheel. What the fuck is this? Why is there... It's gotta be just... Yeah, don't worry about it. Big Wheel, though. Yeah, we gotta add Big Wheel, you know? Taskmaster? Yeah, we'll add Taskmaster. That's a good one. Is this favorite? There it goes. Yeah, no. Sometimes when you click on an image too early, it won't save right. Big Wheel. Yeah, we really should get some of the more actual characters, huh? Oh, here's Big Wheel. Yeah, we'll add a bunch of your guys's. Taskmaster, I'll do that one next. I miss Frogman, so remind me about Frogman. Groovy. You know, they technically already... No. Taskmaster would be cool. I think Taskmaster would be cool if Taskmaster was, like, using a bunch of different, like, gimmicks from other... Like, maybe using, like, movesets from... Oh. So you know how Deadpool uses movesets from, like, different fighting game characters? It'd be cool if Taskmaster just uses, like, different pieces of different characters' movesets in the game with their own moves as well. So, like, they would have, like, Cap's shield throw, you know? But also, you know, they also would have their own, like, actual combos and stuff. I don't know. There's still... That'd be cool. Big Wheel's so fucking dumb, but low-key... Yeah, no, I'm saying, like, Big Wheel... Big Wheel is not, like, it's like a half-serious suggestion, you know? With the idea of, like, Big Wheel being, like... Being, like... Oh, yeah, sorry, that's supposed to be in your guys's. Thank you. Big Wheel being, like, this big... fucking just this giant wheel guy. I kind of like the idea. okay, hear me out for Big Wheel. I know we gotta move on. You know how Goblin, right, in Tokon already has the gimmick of, like, hopping onto the glider, and then, like, you get the glider, you can fly around and stuff. I kind of like the idea of Big Wheel just being fucking useless, like, for a little bit. But then you get the install and you get the big fucking wheel. Like, maybe he, like, uses the wheel for, like, some attacks, but he's just a guy for some of it. But then once he has, like, the Big Wheel install, he's just, like, fucking crazy. He's got, like, the arms. He's, like, doing some crazy stuff. So that's an idea, or he just is just a giant fucking wheel, and he's just a huge character. I also like the idea of him being, like, a huge character. You know? Just, like, Iron Giant in Multiverses type big-ass fucking character. I think it'd be funny. Or, you know, Sentinel would be a better example. Like, that big fucking guy. That'd be funny. Because he's Big Wheel. You can't make Big Wheel small. You know? What else? Doctor Strange. Yeah, Doctor Strange. We gotta have, you know, maybe we'll have, yeah, Strange. Crazy how many of these images are just from the MCU. It's like the only Doctor Strange people care about. I guess. Like, Big Zam? Yeah, actually, yeah. Yeah! That'd be funny. Yeah, we'll add Strange to your guys's. Morbius. Yeah, Noodle, I remember before Tokon came out, Noodle was like, they should add Morbius. And I'm like, that'd be very brave, but they already confirmed Blade at that point, so... Not that Morbius is really anything like Blade. It's just that Blade is way fucking cooler. And also kind of a vampire-type character, you know? I like how they turned Blade in Tokon into, like, a literal he's just a samurai. It's awesome. Killmonger, Morbius, some interesting characters. Some interesting character choices. Alright, I'm gonna do a couple of mine. You know, chat, I had an idea of doing, like, Juggernaut but I really can't think of how Juggernaut would be that different from fucking, you know, Hulk. Like, I don't know how you would do Juggernaut in an interesting way that's different enough from Hulk, you know? Not saying that they'd have the same moveset at all, but I'm gonna do a couple of mine. Well, yeah, I'm not trying to make ours even. I'm just kind of doing a bunch of characters. Plus, I'm already almost done. Oh, it's the outro for Maximilian, dude. The Spot was another character I had an idea of. Namor, Moon Knight, MODOK, Wasp. Yeah, honestly, I think I am good on the characters I have. I don't think I need to add anymore. I think I'm fine. I'll add Namor, but I think I'm fine after Namor. Namor, but I hope they base it off more of the movie version, because I like how that guy looks a lot better. I don't remember what he looks like in Rivals, but he's probably cool in Rivals. Yeah, he looks cool in Rivals. Yeah. That'd be it. Yeah. That being said, I am gonna use Namor from the comics. Yeah, Moon Knight's a cool one. Punisher would be cool. Punisher was on my original wish list, you know. So yeah, Punisher's a cool one. But yeah, we'll add Namor. Don't make him look like a. Do you hate his Rivals design? Yeah, he's like very big. A lot of the Rivals characters they're like very big and bulky. You know. Who should we add next? You guys have listed a lot of interesting characters. I'll add a couple more of chat suggestions, and then we'll call it good. Why is Bro more buff than Cap and Thor? His power's gun. Yeah, I don't know. They just decided to make him built like a fucking brick, you know? Like a brick house. He's a brick! Ouch! Frogman, thank you. That was the character I said I would add already. Because I think it'd be funny. That's Leapfrog. Is his name actually Leapfrog? No. Yeah, I didn't think so. It just also pulls up... Is that the same guy? I actually don't know. Leapfrog and Frogman, they just have the interchangeable names? Oh, I forgot about White Rabbit. Oh, that'd be a funny one. Do you guys know about White Rabbit? They won't do that. But if you want a really obscure character from, like, Spider-Man mythos. Mr. Negative? Ooh, Mr. Negative would be cool. How'd they tease Mr. Negative? I don't remember how they teased him. Guys, I think this is Frogman. If this isn't, I apologize. Leapfrog is his father. Okay, that does make sense. So this should definitely be Frogman. I say, not actually sure. Oh please, Leapfrog is my father. You may call me Frogman. Let me find the thing. I'll send it. Okay, thank you. Yeah, fuck it. We'll add Bullseye. Yeah, I like Bullseye. Bullseye's cool. What kind of moveset do you guys see for Bullseye? Is he just ricocheting shit around the fucking screen? He's just throwing shit? Why? He uses playing card? I did not know that. I thought he just threw knives and stuff. Gee, I wonder what Marvel property would have made me think that, you know? Who could have guessed? That's what I would have thought. Yeah, we'll add Killmonger as well. We already do have a Black Panther type. I'm not sure how they would make Killmonger that different from, like, Shuri. You know, I don't know how they'd make Killmonger different from, you know? But I'll add it for you guys. What's a good... How about this image? Omni-Man. Yeah, we'll just add Omni-Man. a good idea. Oops. The roster's dead. Guys, if I go back, it's dead. It refreshes. Yep, it's gone. Alright, well, I was kind of done anyways, so that's fine. I'll just take a screenshot of it later and I'll send it to the Discord, but... Oh, well. Do we want to talk about anything else before we're done? Is there any other... Why didn't Invincible ask the Avengers for help? That's what I'm saying. Why didn't he go get Spider-Man to help him? Is he stupid? Anyways, yeah, because of the single-use tier list thing, it refreshed. So do we have any other last-minute suggestions that Chad just wants to talk about? Mr. Negative's a cool one. Again, I think Doc Ock would be cool, but again, there's already a lot of Spider-Man in the game, so I'm not sure how much more Spider-Man they'd add. But that's I think that's about it. I think it's all I got for you guys. So I think I'm going to I guess I'm gonna play Tokon for just several hours. I'm kind of tired today. I might do a shorter stream. So yeah, that's about it for me. Where's my music? Come on, music. All right. That will be that for our Marvel Tokon wish list. Sorry I couldn't show the whole thing. And sorry I accidentally fucked everything up. It happens. Guys, we'll pretend it had Killmonger, Punisher, Moon Knight, and Mr. Negative. Yeah, we'll just pretend, you know? We'll add them in post, you know? But, anyways, yeah, there we go. Let's see. Let me switch over the title. What should the title be this time? Last time I got my ass kicked by the champion for a long time. And we're gonna do more story mode. What story mode are we doing today? Is it Amazing Guardians? I think that's what we're doing. Marvel Tokon. Fighting Souls. Yeah, we'll just pretend like it had the other characters, you know? Even though I definitely didn't fuck up. Don't worry about it. I might not be super active now, but we'll see. Vi hates fighting games. Vi hates watching me play Marvel Tokon. No, I'm just kidding. You're okay. Do whatever you want. You're all good. Again, I'm tired today, so I might end up doing a shorter stream, but I want to play Tokon. I want to at least get to the Spider-Man Amazing Guardians storyline, you know? I want to do that. But anyways, chat, I'm going to take just a little brief BRB. I don't need to take that much of a break. Just going to get up and stretch because it's, you know, we're done with the segment. It's good to do. But turning into slut dad, that's okay. I'm going to take a little break. I will see you guys in a little bit. So be right back.